Yo, what's going on? It's Official Creatorspace. We're here today with
Niory.
Alright, time to rock out, come on!
Tell me a little bit about balancing both being a producer and an artist.
When it comes to production, I feel like that's more like my safe side, at least, and expressing what I got. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of hard to balance both, because, there's times where I feel like I'll excel in one kind of like area, then I'll fail to do so in the other area. But I would say that it's pretty good, because I can do both at the same time, simultaneously, when I'm editing my tracks, I would say, yeah.
So you would say that producing is more of your strong suit. How did you get into that?
Oh, so it was just a couple mishaps and loose things that kind of made my mental health it just wasn't going good. And I reached out to a friend who knew a friend who taught me how to make beats.
Okay.
Down in Hartford. So I just want to say, shout out, Eli did that shit and captured my world. Those two Instagram ads are the two people who really pushed me to, achieving a better sense of mental health and chasing my goals, I would say so. So yeah, he introduced me to that guy, and it was kind of like, the rest is history, I would say.
Shout out to them,
No, for real.
This is important, especially in mental health, to have something to put it all into.
No, definitely, bro.
And about your music itself, I know we talked a little bit, you're a very big Travis Scott fan.
Big Travis Scott fan.
Which of his projects is your favorite or influences your music the most?
Hands down, Rodeo. And to elaborate a little bit on why I picked Rodeo is because, like I told you before in the elevator, man, I've never seen an artist approach music in the sense that it's raw but trap at the same time. I mean, I'm sure there's other artists that's like done that before, like Kanye, for example, Jeezy, Future, but Travis has this sort of like electronic mind control music. It sounds weird. And he dives into different topics too. It's not so one-sided. He taps into his, very emotional side on drugs. You should try it. Very, and even though that days before Rodeo, but still the whole Rodeo sound is very raw, and I love raw trap sound, vintage sounding, good bars, good topics to touch upon, So I would say Rodeo, hands down.
Yeah, see, I thought you might say that, especially you were talking about the sound, the sonic qualities. Your song Psychedelic Freestyle, and Except For Me, I can really tell you're inspired by that psychedelic kind of sound.
But I appreciate that. Fuck with that, man. Yeah, no, those two songs are my favorites, I'm not gonna lie, for now.
What type of sound moving forward would you like to create with your music?
So, I've actually been, brainstorming about that, on a daydreaming scale. Like, I'll be at work and just think about what can I bring to the table, in a sense. But I would say that, for what I want to bring to the table it's just like every other producer, bro. Like BNYX brings something new to the game in terms of drum bounce.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very big into drums. Right now I have drum capabilities in terms of trap and just R&B, but melodies I'm not so good at, at least for, what I have in my arsenal right now in terms of music, production wise. But yeah, very drum based, rhythms that I'm trying to come up with, I would say, like BNYX, you can tell when it's a BNYX type beat, you can tell it's a filthy type beat. There's certain drums that give you a feel on who the producer is, like Pierre Bourne, we see this example all the time.
That's I've never thought about it like that. Like, you can actually tell based on the drums. It's who made it.
I do that a lot. Cause I'm always on Genius.com. I'm always on Genius. Every time I hear a song I like the production on, I would typically go to the Genius credits. I'd be like, oh, this guy picked it out, this guy picked it out. And I'll just go from there on and study individually, alright, so what does he add onto the track, and what does he add onto the track, and I differentiate. You know what I'm saying? I could be like, alright, I could tell Metro put these kicks and these snares, and I could tell Sonny did these hi-hats. For pornography, an example, because that's Metro, Sonny, and Mike Dean, you know what I'm saying? And I just kind of dissect it. And
That's really
you know,
interesting. That's really cool. Like you can tell who did which part, and it's interesting that you focus specifically on the sound quality of it. Because when I would go on Genius, I would go for the lyrics and specifically the content of the song.
yeah.
But I think it's interesting how both of our minds go for different parts of the song.
Hell yeah, I do both, man. I do look at the lyrics as well to give me a little inspiration on like wordplay and certain things like that and topics, because I don't want to be talking about the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like throughout my whole music, throughout my music discography, I would say. But yeah, nah, Genius.com is definitely something I want to give big thanks to. You know, it's giving credit where it's due in terms of lyrics, production, all of that.
On the topic of lyrics and content, what is your central message as an artist?
Central message as an artist. Alright, so it's kind of hard to, you know, kind of tear down and find what message I'm trying to bring to the table. But in terms of like my tracks like Psychedelic, Freestyle, and like Except For Me, I would say those are just my raw thoughts, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain hardships where I feel so left out, and you know, not only me, but Travis talks about girls in his songs, you know what I'm saying? Like in terms of heartbreak and just hardships in general. But my message would be to really stay true to yourself, man. Like I found myself really pleasing like other people and not fulfilling myself and my peace in a sense, and that's a huge factor in life when you fulfill other people's, you know, joy rather than yours. So put yourself first, for real.
That's a very good message.
Thank you.
You were talking about your two favorite songs, Psychedelic, Freestyle, Except For Me. If you had to pick one, which is your favorite?
Oh my gosh, that's hard because Except For Me is a song that was, I want to say, both of them are unfinished, I would say. Because, you know, one of them is $18 right. I was just not musically inclined, but I would say Psychedelic Freestyle as a whole. Because, you know, I made that in my room smoking, like, cards. Like, I was in and out of community college, like, just very unsure on what I wanted to do with my freaking, like, career. But I would say Psychedelic Freestyle, specifically due to the whole, you know, sonic quality, and the point in time I made that song. It was just like, I'm fresh out of high school, what do I have to bring to the table? I feel like that's my best work that I can show a random person on the street.
Okay. It's like nostalgic, it shows you your most potent ability.
Yes, yeah, exactly. You read that one.
Alright, man, well thank you for coming.
Yo, it's fun, buddy.
I appreciate it.